Guru team, and welcome to another DayZ builds. I want to have a look at another industrial build. There are a lot of industrial buildings, and this is one of them. This is the red brick building with the blue swing open doors. Let's have a look inside, shall we? Now, you can just about fit a truck in here. It's tight. It's a tight squeeze getting it through the door, but you can do it. So that factors into a couple of things. Normally, as I've said to you, I would normally have the ability to come in, close the door, then open the opening gate and or the outer gate, and then come in. But I think the way I've designed this, and because I want this to be able to accommodate a full-size truck, that's sort of superfluous. It's still concealed with the door shut, so the gate is still inside, and that's the main thing, and that's the thing that I've mentioned a couple of times, also mentioned for this build as well, is concealment. Not everybody is going to check every building all of the time. They're going to be on a particular mission, or they want to get something in a hurry, or they're going from one place to the other. They're not there looking for every single building and every single base in every single building. So but if people see it in passing, they might get nosy. So hopefully this prevents it from being something that they will look at in passing, and you can lock these doors with a lockpick, of course, to prevent them from swinging open or being otherwise open. Or if someone comes along, they just realize that they're locked doors and they don't necessarily know what that means. So this is going to be the I think the correct term is sally port. So you have the gate, you maneuver your vehicle in, you shut this gate, you shut the door, and you come in here, and behind here is there's going to be a wall with another gate. So my plan is to have a platform on this side so you can see out this side, and a platform on this side so you can see out this side, and the gate. And then we're going to have another wall with another gate, probably this gate. Now, the distance between these walls is sufficient that if they use explosives to blow this wall, it will not damage this wall behind. They'll have to come in and they'll have to use more explosives to damage this wall behind. Now, part of the reason that I need this wall is because of this thing over here. This is just one fence with a watchtower, and if they were to breach this fence, they could, if there was another fence immediately behind it, they could come down here and they can climb over the stack. So I've placed this far enough away that I don't think they're going to be able to jump on top of the fence, and we'll talk about that in a minute, because this is quite high here, so they could possibly do that. But we'll have a look at that when it's built, and I'll show you a couple of maybe tips about that. So I've had to build this secondary wall, which is fine, because I did want, as I've said to you before on some occasions, multiple layers of defenses, multiple layers of defenses. It doesn't quite match up. There's a little bit of a gap. Is this going to be a problem? Probably not, because this is not an external wall. So if this was already breached, it would be immediately obvious that there's issues, or at least it would to us. And then you have this big space in here, which you could do other things with. You could put little squares between these pillars. You've got these pillars, I think this is A, B, and C. So you've got A, B, and C. You could put little squared off areas in here as well. I've seen that in bases. They've got, even they just build a little square and they store some stuff in a little square. That kind of thing. Doesn't have to be extravagant. You could have a large tent in here, which is a capacity of 400, and then you could build around that, or you could just have, like I say, a little square with a bunch of barrels. You could have 6 barrels, which is, what's that? That's a capacity of 900. So anyway, there's options, and it's, again, as I've said, this is the starting point for building a base. This is not necessarily a complete 100% build. It's just an idea to get you started, and then you can put the layout however you want. The issue we have here is at the back. So this is the back door, and this back door opens out into the wilds. Hello, how are you all? So this is going to be a problem. My intention is to lockpick that and shut, and this is not going to be used by us. So this is going to be a solid fence. I put another angled solid fence. Again, I can't get it any closer because of this bench anyway, but this means they blow that one. They're then going to need to blow this one. This here, they won't be able to jump over because this lintel's in the way. But in any case, I'm going to put another fence right here. And for defensive purposes, I'm going to put this here, and this one's going to be a platform. So if there is any shenanigans going on, we can come up here and we can shoot out, or whatever the situation is, and defend ourselves from any attacks. Once again, the weakness here is that they can get up on this wheelbarrow, and they do have the possibility of perhaps climbing this, but we will have a look at that later. So there you go. This is the overall layout of the base. This is what it's ultimately going to look like. I guess the concerns are this building rooftop you can see over here. They can see in. Pardon me. So there's possible sniping opportunities there, and this building immediately behind us, you can climb up onto that roof. And they can also see in, just the kind of thing that we need to always be conscious or aware of, especially at night when we wouldn't necessarily see them, but they might see us. You can get onto the roof of this building, but there's no way down, no way in from the roof. There's no internal ladders or internal stairs, so that's largely immaterial. But as I've said to you before, this is just the way it is, and I think a lot of this stuff is intentional. You can't really build a fence that's going to block off the entirety of these upper windows. So you need to think about that when you're laying out your base and doing your other various bits and pieces. If we really wanted, we could make this a gate. I'm not going to make it a gate, but if you wanted, you could make this a gate, and then you could have this being your secure room. And you can come in here, and no one can see you. So you log off in here, you log in here. You maybe cook things in here, have a fire barrel in here, or whatever, which sheds light because it's going to be concealed. So there's a possibility you make this a gate, have this as a little hideout, panic room kind of a place. You can always do that. Right. What is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. That's 15. And I've got to get my hoe, which is in the back of my truck, which is here. And I got to do a bit of digging. So why don't you just listen to some music, and I'll carry on with a bit of digging. See you soon. Right, well, night has fallen, so it's going to be a bit of a nighttime build for this one. And I've been around and I've laid out all the planks in the various places, all down there, so I've added up some stuff. I had some spare metal sheets, so what I've decided to do is I'm going to make that front gate a metal sheet gate, and I'm going to make this interior wall a metal sheet wall. It would probably be a good idea to make one of those walls back there or something, metal sheets, but I just don't have enough. I've got enough for this, which is fine. I'm sure that will be okay. And I've got a whole stack of nails about my person, which is jolly good. So what I'm going to do is I am going to start at the top, and we're going to add some nails, and we're going to get some quiet hammering. From my perspective. From your perspective, a little bit of music. See you soon. Now then, this you may have seen. I've had some trouble with this. I can't get this to build in. It's pretty close here, so I think that's the issue. The issue is that it's a bit too close. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna find my hoe, which might even be about my person. Is it about my person? It is not. It is in here somewhere. So I'm gonna dig this up and just have a go at repositioning it. I'll just intend to move it forward a little. Where did that hoe go? I really felt like I picked up the hoe. Did I not pick up the hoe? Having problems with my truck inventory. There we go. Yeah, let's dismantle the base. We're gonna we're gonna try and line up a little bit better so it doesn't have this clash. The only issue is that it's somewhat reliant on this piece here being in the way. So what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to move this stuff to the side so that I can clear it and give it another go. Yeah, so there you go. So I was just too close to the truck. Lesson to be learned. Right, so there you are. I haven't made this into a gate yet, but that's fine. So we've got this internal area, which looks pretty imposing with metal gates. See through. They're going to see through that there's a wall there. They're going to see through that there's another wall there. That's fine. Got the gate. Rah-da-rah. This recess gate opens and closes. I've elected to put the other gate on this side. I want to make this into a platform so it gives us better coverage. We're obviously going to have a platform on either side, but we're going to have a platform behind here. We've obviously got this long wall. Don't know about this jumping. Let's drop our pack, which is very heavy. What are we at? Let's drop that. Let's drop that. So we're a little bit lighter. Yeah, I still think we're far enough away that it's not going to be a problem. I don't think there's going to be any jumping over there. You can always add barbed wire. If you add barbed wire, it acts as another collision box across the top. So you could just put barbed wire across all the top of them actually if you wanted. That's probably the better way to do it. But if you put it, it prevents people from jumping. Say, driving a vehicle in here, climbing up on top of it, and then jumping over. If you put the barbed wire over the top, then they can't jump over it because it's another collision box and it's too high for them to jump over. Right, so that's the front section. You gotta be careful with this one because it opens into the world, so people can see it. But that's okay. If you don't prefer doing that, you could swap this one for a gate, maybe. But I want to have this one as the platform. This is the one I want as the platform. And down here, obviously you can't see now because it's cordoned off. But we have this through here. I just wanted to check. I think I've got a spare bit of wire here that I can take out and use again later. Because one of the things I did say to you was I wanted to check about this wheelbarrow, right? Because there's a wheelbarrow in that corner. And did that give anyone coming into the base a chance to get through it? So we'll open that. So in there, and then there's two more. We've got this thing. No, because you can't. These don't act as a climbable resource. You have to be able to jump right over them. You can't climb them in any way. So even if I was to say do what I did before and drop all the heavy gear, can't use this wheelbarrow to jump. It's not sufficiently high enough. and it isn't going to give you an in. You can see into the base, but you're not going to be able to get into the base. Right, so what I have to do is I have to go and get some supplies and line some things up for some platforms, and I'll come back when we're doing those. We'll see you soon. Right, well, here we are. Here is the finished article. So we have this back wall now with platform. So if anyone does breach it, eventually, if they breach this, then we'll be able to shoot through, and they'll find themselves being shot at from here, which is absolutely fine. We've got ourselves a platform back here as well, which obviously gives us the opportunity to cover the front door if the truck wasn't actually there, and this is obviously for anything that's occurring in this space here. We've got these two immediate platforms which cover this sally port area, as I think I called it before. So we cover this from side to side so that there's no possible hiding. And we've got a gate here, and we've got our truck, and we've got our gate here now to the outside world. So there you go. That is the build. That is this particular build. It's getting a little bit dark outside due to storm. 15 fence kits. There are 3 internal gates, 4 if you want that one which leads into the back room gates, and we have 4 internal platforms with double-sided stairs, and we've obviously used metal on the front 4 walls. Now I'm going to go away and do the math and come back and give you an exact breakdown of how many planks and nails and logs that this has taken. But just on the metal, before we go any further, if you don't have 6 sheets of metal, so it's 6 sheets to a wall, 3 sheets do the bottom and 3 sheets do the top. If you don't have enough metal, my advice would be put the metal sheets on the bottom part of the wall. If you're going to put them anywhere, don't put them on the top. And the reason I say that is it takes more explosive force to get through metal sheets than it does through timber sheets, and assuming that the same goes for ammunition. So the issue is if you destroy the bottom section of the wall, you can crawl under it. If you destroy the top section, you can't jump over it. At least not to my knowledge. If anyone knows different, do let me know. It might be worth something that I might do offline as a little tester somewhere else. But I don't believe that you can jump over it. Not without the aid of maybe a vehicle or something like that, being able to clear the space. But if it's just people without vehicles, or they can't get vehicles in for whatever reason. So my advice is, and the metal will stay on until you've destroyed the frame, and then the metal falls off. So it requires a little bit more effort to get metal off than it does just wood. And if you're going to make the most of it, make the most of it by putting it on the bottom part of the wall. Don't put it on the top part of the wall. Anyway, I'm going to go and do some math while it's getting a little bit stormy, and I'll come back to you with the specific details very, very soon. Alright, welcome back. Well, I've done some quick shifty math, and the storm has progressed to rain. So we have a total of 15 fence panels that we've put up that are in a variety of different conditions. We have 11 individual fences, which, as you probably know by now, is made up of a frame and a wooden wall, and the frame is 8 nails and 4 planks for the lower frame, and 8 nails and 4 planks for the upper frame, and 8 nails and 5 planks for the lower wall, and 8 nails and 5 planks for the upper wall, giving you a total of 18 planks and 32 nails per fence panel. of which there are 11, which means there is a total of 198 planks and 352 nails. We have the 4 metal-clad fence panels, which are made up of the same frame. 4 planks and 8 nails for the lower frame, and 4 planks and 8 nails for the upper frame. It is also made of 3 metal sheets and 12 nails for the lower part of the wall, and 3 metal sheets and 12 nails for the upper part of the wall, which makes for 32 planks and 24 metal and 160 nails for all 4 of the metal fence walls. For the walls with platforms, it is the whole of the fence, which I have already discussed as the 11 fences, plus for each platform is 5 planks and 15 nails, and each set of stairs, of which there are 2 to each platform, is 4 planks and 8 nails for the left side and 4 planks and 8 nails for the right side, meaning that a total platform with double stairs is 15 planks and 31 nails. There are 4 of those, totaling 60 planks and 124 nails. Sorry, I didn't mention logs, but I'll mention them now. So the total build budget for this particular industrial build, for 15 fence panels, 4 metal fences, and 4 wooden fences with platforms and stairs, is a total of 30 logs, 290 planks, 636 nails, the equivalent of just over 9 boxes, 24 metal sheets, and for the gates, 3 wire, and of course 3 code lock. So there you go. Not too bad. It's certainly a room. You could do whatever you like. Big screen TV, some sofas, pool table, bar fridge, etc. Pole for dancing if you're into that kind of thing. All that kind of jazz could be yours, and much, much more, building in an industrial area like this. And there is enough room to get a truck in the front, which means you can get any vehicle in the front, because this is the biggest monster there is. So I do hope you like it. Do click a like. Do click the subscribe button. Do feel free to add any thoughts, comments, or questions, or clarifications that you would like. And I will see you all real soon with another DayZ build. Ta-ta for now.
PlayStation